the break. Chang is serving a lot of dough at stake here, by the way, to Sampras. A breaker serve, Chang leading 4-3.
Very smart couple of points Chang played in that last game to break serve, and Sampras, we talked about at the break, just looks a little flat. I mentioned the fact that at practice this morning he was a little lethargic. It took him a while to get going, really trying to stretch himself out. Maybe the day off has not done him too much good. And as he said, every time you go in against Chang, you know you're in for a big fight. You've got to be out there for a long time if you're to win.
Michael Chang was the youngest man ever to win the French Open Championships. He was 17 years and 3 months. That was over Edberg in '89. The next year, Sampras surprised everybody. He was the youngest ever to win the US Open. He was just over 19 years old. He took out Agassi in that final. Then Courier, then Agassi made their moves. But men's tennis has been dominated these last years by Americans all in the same age group. That's wide, and it's 40-15.
40-15.
Two in a row for Sampras, still game point for Chang. But this has become a big point now.
Taking his time here, gets himself set for this forehand. It bounces up right into the position that he likes. He pulls it cross court and just gets enough margin across the top of the net for it to go for the winner. Zipped off the line.
He pulled at it a little bit, though, Pete. He had a little bit of time, and he wanted to make sure he could get it away from the foot speed of Chang. So watch here. He lines himself up, and then he yanks on it a little bit. So it could well have gone wide.
Yeah,
big trouble.
I think it was on the line because it zipped past Chang. Chang never got his racket on it. That's always an indication that when that ball hits the line, it skids.
Anyway, it's 5-3. Chang.
Not going to make any difference now, though.
Chang has had only 3 unforced errors in 8 games. Courier's had 13.
Sampras has had 13.
Sampras, I'm sorry. And there's another one. He's definitely, he's way off. He's way off the form that he had in his first 2 matches.
Very similar to what happened last night with Courier. Trying to press. And Michael Chang makes you do that in order to beat him.
15-all.
15-all.
I don't know, though. I think this is, I mean, this is Sampras' stuff. If he's serving well enough,
yep.
You know, you might as well sit in the stands. That's another nice one. About 122 miles an hour, that one. Chang just got a piece of it. Again, Chang standing so close, and it pays off. Look at that. I mean, he's got to expect a big serve from Sampras. He doesn't care. He's making Sampras think, why is this guy? Look how he's crowding my serve, my first serve. And he does. Look at where he takes that from.
And then a terrific move from him for the winner, 30-all.
Even though he loses traction here, he's still gotten off the shot.
I remember watching Chang on the summer circuit when he did so well a couple of seasons ago against the big servers, when they were talking about the big serve and how important it was. And I think it's because of the equipment. I think the rackets help Chang just as much as anybody else, particularly on his serve here. But again, he can sort of manipulate it on the returner serve, and he's so quick, he sees the ball so early.
Game point. He's not making many unforced errors, Chang. He's got 3 in the match so far, and Sampras has got 14.
Another occasion here, good second serve. He jams him here, but not a good approach. Look where this one lands, and Chang has all the time in the world to hit that with a lot of heavy topspin, and you couldn't get that one with a 10-foot pole. That one was a long way out of reach.
Oh, he was there. He broke
believe
serve on a point like that. That time he missed the volley.
And he knew exactly where it was.
He sure did. He's so alert, Michael Chang. I mean, that he actually got a bit anxious on that one.
It's Joe and Betty Chang.
Pulled on that forehand again, didn't he? He lifted right up. There is Carl Chang, who's getting married in December. I was asking Michael, is it going to be a traditional Chinese wedding? And Michael says, it's going to be a big wedding. He's marrying Diana Ying. There's going to be 400 people at the wedding in the U.S. Then they're going to have another ceremony in Taiwan. There's going to be 500 people there. It's out.
Again, that's the price you pay when you are inside the baseline so far trying to return serve. You got to guess, and you're going to make some good ones. You just hope you make those on the big points, because again, see Chang inside that service line, baseline there, trying to return that serve. Couldn't handle it. So Sampras holds, and Chang still has the break. It's 5-4 first set.
Chang leads 5 games to 4.
Sampras's return game isn't helping him out much.
No, he's running around that backhand, isn't he? But he's not doing much. He's sort of steered that forehand. I'd like to welcome our folks from down under on Channel 9, Wide World of Sports. First time they've taken the World Championship from Frankfurt. I hope you're enjoying this semi-final and the next one with Becker and Enquist.
Yeah, welcome from me too. We talked to Channel 9 folks from the French Championships a lot as well. 15 love. all. 3 points from the first set, Chang.
From set by 15 all.
This great championship is leaving this Festhalle, leaving Frankfurt starting next year. Boris Becker hates that that's happening. He says these fans are such sophisticated, intelligent tennis viewers.
Is that because he lives half an hour from here?
He was born a half hour from here, that's right. No, he honestly feels that these fans know what they're looking at.
No, that's true.
30-15.
Well, he's been here for 6 years. It's an event. It's a happening here. Another long return there from the Sampras forehand.
That is long. 30 all.
30 all.
Chang looking up at Jerry Armstrong in the chair. There's Ian Turiak. We talked to him last night. He's the guy who's taking this tournament to Hanover. And he's saying that the event there is going to be every bit as good as it is here. Much bigger stadium.
Look at that baseline camera. Boy, I wish they had that on all these tournaments. Here they have 13 cameras in the coverage of the World Championship.
Oh,
that is good.
Boy, what a way to earn a set point.
Well, you're not used to Chang doing this, are you? He's tried to be aggressive when he comes up against the top players. Sampras is just prepared to stay in this rally with him, and suddenly, boom, it's exploded, and it's gone right inside that sideline to set up the set point.
So Michael Chang has won the first set against Sampras. 6 games to 4, 1 break.